Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are all doing well. What an incredible 12 hours of transfer news we have had coming through in the Premier League. It has been absolutely phenomenal. First things first, Harry Kane accepts Bayern Munich's offer to join their club after they had a deal agreed with Tottenham. It kind of felt like Harry Kane wouldn't be too keen on a move to Germany, would probably reject that in favour of staying at Spurs, but it looks like he's heading over to the Bundesliga. And then late last night, we heard Liverpool have agreed a fee worth around £110 million for Moises Caicedo from Brighton. It would have been a British transfer record. Liverpool coming out of nowhere with that kind of bid, which was weird because we heard they didn't have the money for Jude Bellingham and a few other players in the transfer window, but somehow they found those funds to bid for Moises Caicedo. And in the last half an hour, we are hearing Moises Caicedo will reject Liverpool's advances in favour of honouring an agreement he has with Chelsea in the hope Chelsea can get a deal agreed with Brighton for his transfer. An incredible state of affairs as Moises Caicedo looks set to reject Liverpool in favour of a move to Chelsea. And you can't help but laugh at a club breaking a British transfer record when it looked like, and they'd been acting like they didn't have the money for the whole transfer window. That was the reason they didn't go in for Jude Bellingham, they were saying. They make these funds available for Moises Caicedo, a player that they weren't even sure was ready to join Liverpool because he's clearly got an agreement with Chelsea. He clearly would rather move to Chelsea right now, and he's told Liverpool, hold up a minute, I'm honouring that agreement. That is an incredible state of affairs. We've even seen Jurgen Klopp discussing the agreed fee in his press conference ahead of the return of Premier League action this weekend. So it weren't like, it was just rumours. It was just some of the reliable journalists saying this. We had Liverpool's manager confirming that they had a bid agreed for Moises Caicedo and were hoping to get that deal completed. It now looks like Moises Caicedo wants to respect the word he has given to Chelsea. Those are the words of Damasio, who says the midfielder is waiting for Chelsea to send an improved bid to Brighton that can get close to or match Liverpool's bid after Klopp announced club agreement in the press conference. What a mental state of affairs. We've also got loads to discuss involving another potential departure from Manchester United, with Eric Bailly being linked with a move to Turkey. This follows Fred completing his transfer, or getting the here we go on his transfer over to Fenerbahce. And then, of course, we heard Harry Maguire close to completing that deal to West Ham. It does look like, though, Dean Henderson may not be leaving Manchester United at this moment in time because Tom Heaton has picked up an injury, which may mean that Manchester United look to keep Dean Henderson. We let Matej Kovar leave Manchester United in a permanent deal. And obviously, we've let, a couple of other goalkeepers leave. David De Gea left on a free. He could be set to join Real Madrid as well, incredibly. Remember the first time around when that move didn't happen because of the simple fact that a fax machine broke down and Manchester United ended up keeping David De Gea. And now it looks like he could be set to join Real Madrid as Thibaut Courtois has a huge injury, which could keep him out for most of this season. So you're looking at David De Gea, possibly, nothing confirmed there yet, heading to Real Madrid in the end anyway. Although I'd be surprised to see how that move would go down. But let's have a look at what's happened with this Moises Caicedo deal in the last 24 hours. As I said, around 1:30 last night, we heard Liverpool had submitted their official bid for Moises Caicedo and Brighton were ready to accept. Liverpool bid, set to break the English transfer record, was up to £110 million total fee. It said Moises Caicedo will become a Liverpool player on Friday if all goes to plan. Jurgen Klopp in his press conference said, I got told I can confirm the Moises Caicedo deal is agreed with the club. With the player, we will have to see medical today. I can't tell you. I don't know. We give it a go, and the club have been really stretched, to be totally honest with you. This is a manager, by the way, who said he never wanted to spend £100 million ever on a player, or he wouldn't be the manager. So I'm guessing he's going to quit soon, although the deal hasn't gone through, so maybe that will give him a little bit of an out. But they definitely bid it, and they definitely got accepted. And they just got rejected by the player at the last minute, it seems, as today at 12:13, so in the last 20 odd minutes, we have seen Fabrizio Romano report Moises Caicedo has just informed Liverpool that he only wants to join Chelsea. Caicedo has decided to keep his word and only accept Chelsea as personal terms were agreed since the end of May. Chelsea set to bid again in order to get the deal done with Brighton. Imagine bidding £110 million British transfer record to get rejected by a player who wants to go to the team 12th in the league. That's a stinky one. I imagine Chelsea's wages are a lot higher, to be totally fair to them. And I imagine they'll probably use those funds now to go and get Romeo Lavia after saying they didn't have the extra $5 million to pay $50 million to Southampton for Lavia. They've probably shown now that they've got those funds available. How that readjusts everybody else's expectations of Liverpool when they come to the negotiating table would be interesting. And obviously, you've got to remain to see what happens in this. There could be a few more twists and turns. Moises Caicedo was quite happily to join Arsenal in January, and now it seemed like he was joining Chelsea. Liverpool could still sway his head, but at this moment in time, it looks like he's heading to Chelsea. And I think it makes Chelsea, it would have made Liverpool, you know, you'd expect their front three to probably get a few more goals this season. And Liverpool adding Moises Caicedo to their midfield, although they've lost a lot of experience, you'd think that's a lot of money for the player. It's probably not worth that. But, you know, you look at Declan Rice going for £105 million. The price kind of goes out the window. He is an absolutely quality player. And he would have turned their midfield into a serious contender. As it is, without him, you know, they still need that player. Romeo Lavia could be it. But Chelsea getting him, Enzo Fernandez and Moises Caicedo, that's some midfield, to be fair. I'd rather he goes to Chelsea as someone that I hate both teams, but I hate Liverpool a lot more. I'd rather see him go to Chelsea. But yeah, incredible state of affairs. It's been great to just sit back and watch this all unfolded and Manchester United not really being involved in it. Although the Harry Kane thing is going down at the moment. Will Manchester United get roped into that? It doesn't feel like it at the minute, but stranger things have happened. It does feel good not to be involved in any of these transfer sagas though. Although you would expect Manchester United to maybe make a few more signings with some of the outgoings that we're seeing. Obviously, as we said, Harry Maguire looking to leave the club, Fred looking to leave the club, Donny van der Beek looking to leave the club, Eric Bailly looking to leave, Dean Henderson might not leave now, Scott McTominay might not leave now because, you know, we'd be quite short on midfield options, even if we did sign Sofyan Amrabat, given the fact that you'd let Fred, Donny van der Beek, all these guys go. So I imagine, unless we line someone else up and unless someone like West Ham blow us out of the water with an offer, Scott McTominay is probably going to survive this transfer window and stick around at Manchester United. But there are a few more outgoings that could happen, which could free up some funds for Man United to bring in some players. But it doesn't look like we'll be involved in any of these big money transfer sagas as we're seeing develop between Moises Caicedo, Chelsea and Liverpool. How funny is it though? Anyway, let us know your thoughts on everything in the comments below. Make sure you're keeping it locked. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll see you in a bit.